Oh my days, this is so good. This is so good. Guys, let me just say this, yeah. That was one of the best produced tracks I have heard from Brent in his discography. Period. Yes, my Still Colours family, what's everyone saying? Hope everyone's well, hope everyone's good. You already know what time it is. It's your favourite music connoisseur Henry here, and I am back with another reaction video. Yes, it's about that time. I know it's coming to you a few days later than originally planned, but guys, listen, there's no time like the present time, and I am here going to bring to you my first reaction of Brent Faiyaz's third studio album, Icon. Listen, Brent Faiyaz has been, what is it? He's been around since I think 2016, 2017. So the fact that this is only his third studio album, guys, is kind of a mad thing. Like, obviously, he has done some work with Sonda before. He has released mixtapes like Larger Than Life, but in terms of studio albums, this is actually his third studio album, and I'm really excited to get into this one. And the reason why I'm extra excited, guys, not only is it a Brent Faiyaz album, I'm a big fan of Brent Faiyaz, right? The fact that this album is executively produced by one of my favorite musicians, composers, and producers of all time, Raphael Mother Effin Sadiq. You know, when I heard that Raphael Sadiq was executive producing this album, man, that just raised my excitement levels by 4 or 5 times what it was before. You know, Raphael Sadiq is one of the GOATs. If you don't know about Raphael Sadiq, Google him. One thing I can say off the rip, I know my boy Raphael Sadiq is gonna try and push, you know, Brent Faiyaz from a, you know, from a sonic point of view, from a vocals point of view. Like, he's gonna definitely give him a few different tips, a few different things that he probably hasn't done before. So I'm expecting to hear some new, you know, Brent Faiyaz on this album. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even gonna waste too much time, man. Let's just get straight into this one. Obviously, this is 10 tracks long, I think, you know, with a runtime of about 30 minutes, so it's a relatively short album. So yeah, short and sweet, you know what I'm saying? So before I get into this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to like the video, don't forget to share the video, and most importantly, man, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, man. R&B is taking over this year. We've already had releases from my girl Ari Lennox. By the way, that Ari Lennox album, mwah. You know, I wasn't able to do a first reaction to that album because I was very busy that week. But let me tell you, that album, so far, it may be different after this album reaction, but so far, that's my album of the year. Ari Lennox absolutely delivered. Then you had LMA, who released her album. Her album was decent, you know, wasn't my favorite of hers, but it was still a decent R&B album. Then you've got, you know, the likes of Kalani, Victoria Monet coming up, you know what I'm saying? Jill Scott released something as well. I'm looking forward to getting into that one. But yeah, guys, listen, R&B is taking over this year. Mark my words. But guys, listen, this is Brent Faiyaz. This is Icon, his third studio album. Let us go. First track off of this album is called White Noise. Let's go. It feels like I'm levitating. Woof. Damn. Woo. Oh. Damn, that was White Noise. Oh my days. That is something I didn't expect. This was sort of like an instrumental, no, an instrumental track, and that's the intro. Wow, see how I told you, my boy Raphael Sadiq, he's gonna push Brent to do things he's probably never done in his career before. He's gonna push him sonically, he's gonna push him thematically, he's gonna push him conceptually, he's gonna push him vocally. And listen, if this track is anything to go by, I was right, you know? Felt like I was floating on that record, I can't even lie. You know, it felt like I was just going into a different stratosphere. You know, obviously, you know, I don't know, I've done this before in the past where I'm studying for exams and I just want to clear out all the noise. So I just put on some instrumental music. I put on some nice ocean waves just to obviously get my mind right, get my mind relaxed. This is what that was, you know what I'm saying? This very somber music, you know, very somber music, very relaxing. And yeah, the instrumentals in the background, man, that violin I think I heard, you know, was beautiful. And I expected Brent to come in with vocals on this one, but the fact that he didn't, I kind of like it. Like I said, there's something different, you know. I want artists to evolve. I want artists to try stuff that they've never tried before. And we shouldn't begrudge artists, yeah, for trying to go a different direction with their projects. Like, even if it's not for us, we should always at least give them props for trying something different, man. Because if you don't, you remain still creatively, you know. You remain still. So kudos to Brent for obviously giving us this. So track number 2, let's hope we get some vocals on this one, though. This is called Wrong Faces. Let's go. You've been looking for love. Ooh. In all the wrong places. Yeah. Looking for love in all the wrong places. So guys, that was Wrong Faces. That was signature Brent right there. You know what I'm saying? With the falsettos, with the stacked, you know, vocals in the background. Like, that was classic Brent, but with a little bit of a twist, because this is Loverboy Brent. You know what I'm saying? This ain't Toxic Brent that I'm hearing right now. Obviously, it's just the first, you know, track with vocals on it. So I need to see and hear how the rest of the album sounds. But on this first vocal track alone, Brent might be switching it off for this one and tapping into his Loverboy phase. I mean, listen, Valentine's Day was yesterday, so, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, you know, yo, Brent has kind of turned the corner and instead of being, you know, toxic and whatever, like, he's kind of showing his romantic side, or going to show his romantic side on this album. It was like, listen, you've been looking for love in all the wrong places. You've been looking for love, sorry, in all the wrong faces. Yo, he's telling her, listen, see them other guys that you've been dealing with? They're the wrong ones. I'm the right one. And listen, I love that, man. At the very least, what Raphael was looking to do with Brent is just show a different side to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe open up and yeah, show a different side to him. You know, show a bit of versatility to his game. Because listen, there are different facets to Brent Faiyaz. I mean, we haven't seen it a lot, but he has shown glimpses. For example, that tune that he had with Wizkid, that was another side to Brent that people hadn't seen before, you know? Yeah, I'm here for it, man. I'm here for Loverboy Brent, you know? I'm definitely here for it. It definitely suits him, you know? Listen, we all love Toxic Brent, but at the same time, how long can you go in your career with just being toxic, you know? You need to show a different side to you. You need to show some growth. You need to show some maturity, you know what I'm saying? And it looks like, just from this first vocal track alone, Brent is tapping into that. Like I said, that was signature Brent, but with a little bit of a twist on it. And yeah, man, I love it, man. You know, obviously after the first track, which was an instrumental track, I feel like that track was designed to ease us in. And now Brent is just gonna go full throttle with it. But yeah, I really like that track, man. So track number 3 is called Have To. Oh, I've heard this one. Actually, yeah, I've heard this one. I've heard this one.
If you could hear the thoughts inside my head, would you believe it? It ain't even fair. And take that off soon as I can. Ain't nothing you need to wear. I'm in a race with time to get where I belong. 'Cause it feels so right after all these nights alone. And I'm about to touch it down. I can't sleep till you touch me, baby. When can you make it feel good before I leave again? If I have to, I'll drive this ship myself. Oh, nah. If I have to, keep it by yourself. If you don't have to, you have to. So you don't have to. I'll drive this ship myself. If I have to, I'll drive this ship myself. Oh, nah. If I have to, keep it by yourself. If you don't have to.
Oh, Lover Boy, Brent in full effect. Okay, listen, that's 2 tracks out of 2 that Brent is on his R&B lover type of stuff, man. You know, the singing in the rain type of R&B. It seems like, yeah, he's fully on this train now. I can't lie, he's fully on this train, man. I've already heard this track. I think he released this as one of the singles. And to hear it again, it sounds just as good, probably even better, man, given the context of the album. I'm just so glad that, you know, Brent is tapping into this bag, man. You know, this album seems like it's going to be very experimental, and I think Brent needs this. He's at the stage of his career where, you know, he's been in the game for a minute now, man, and a lot of people kind of know what to expect from Brent. So, you know, I mean, it's not too dissimilar from what he's done already, you know, but like I said, it comes with a little bit of twist on it. It comes with a little bit of freshness on it, and it's so important, like I said, creatively, that an artist is able to switch out from time to time, man. Right now, like I said, I've only heard 3 or 4 tracks, but you know, I like what I've heard so far, man. I like what I've heard so far. Guys, moving on to, let me say, track number 4, Butterflies.
Maybe it's a little bit rushed, but I'm falling in love. That's not too much, but this isn't a crush. I've done that enough, girl. I know that it's real. Just like you fell down from heaven. I've been waiting forever, so long, and I know we can do this together. How do you feel? Is it anything like I feel? Is it anything like I feel? Or should I chill? How do you feel? Is it anything like I feel? Is it anything like I feel? Maybe you might think it's untrue, but I'm falling for you. My mind is a mess, girl. Don't know what to do. All of this pressure, I'm feeling inside.
Listen, who's got the boy Brent sprung? Who's got the boy Brent talking like this? There must be a very special woman out there that has made Brent make this sort of an album before, because this is not like Brent, bro. Yo, he's really found a special one, you know. And listen, guys, fellas, we all have to admit it, man. Like, we can all be, you know, hard shelled and yeah, F love, love ain't for me, blah blah blah, F girls. But listen, when you find that one, yeah, when you find that one, there's nothing you can do, bro. There's nothing you can do. She takes your heart, bro. and she'll have you speaking like the way Brent is speaking. Doesn't matter if you're the type of nigga that was toxic before, or you're the type of nigga that didn't F with love, or you'd been hurt before and you didn't want to love again, and all of that type of stuff. Listen, when you find that person, right, regardless of, you know, what your past has looked like, bro, they will change you. Trust me, they will have you talking like this, and it looks like Brent has found that one, and I'm happy for him, man. Listen, love is beautiful. Love is a beautiful thing. Yeah, this is very Frank Ocean coded. I can't even lie. Like, just in terms of like the way it sounds sonically and the way Brent approached this record, man. Like I said, I love it when artists, yeah, despite their past, can open up and be vulnerable. You know, that's what R&B is about. And there's, you know, too many of these new R&B niggas, man, wanna, you know, like front it up like the rappers. But bro, that's not what R&B is about, man. R&B is about niggas singing about love, man. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, invoking that emotion, that vulnerability that comes with, you know, talking on or even singing about love. You know what I'm saying? That was a beautiful record, guys, man. I can't even lie. So far, my favorite record off of this tape. Guys, track number 5 is called The Other Side. Oh.
Ooh. First thing in the morning or late at night, I move and breathe to make sure you feel special being mine.
Come on, come on.
Oh, mine. If you really love it, love it, tell me all the time. All the time. Oh, girl, you know I'm loving you.
Yeah. Groovy, bro. Ooh, you must be from the other side. Hey, Brent tap it into his MJ back. Listen, MJ, if he was alive today, rest in peace, bro. The GOAT. He would have been very proud of that record. If you heard that record, MJ would have been dancing. And I know for a fact that, you know, MJ is one of Brent's influences. I think Prince is also one of his influences as well. And maybe D'Angelo, but yeah, he definitely is influenced by MJ. And I can't like, this one obviously was made to kind of get you moving and grooving, like I like to say, man. And Brent definitely did that. He executed that record perfectly, man. And just like I said, loving the versatility that I'm hearing right now from Brent, man. And he's really shining on these records, man. It seems like he's having a lot of fun. It seems like he's found a new lease of life, because I think one of the criticisms that I started to kind of have a Brent, even though obviously I'm a big fan, he started to sound uninspired. He started to sound a bit, not redundant, but repetitive, you know? You kind of knew what you were going to get with Brent. So like I said, man, I'm loving this part of Brent, that a lot of people haven't seen before. You know, he's slightly getting into the sort of the seasoned veteran era. So yeah, I love this, man. Like this was groovy as fuck, man. You know, this was very soulful, very, very soulful. So moving on to track number 6 is called Strangers.
And I try my best to be a man, do it all, even though it don't look like it's in the plan anymore. I won't explain a damn thing. Maybe you were supposed to change your last name, and then it all came crashing down. You were supposed to hold it down, and I was supposed to be there in the end, as your lover and a friend.
was a little note to self from Brent there, you know. This one was very interesting because this is Brent fully sort of trying to unpack the ending of a relationship or situationship. That post-mortem that you carry after, you know, a situation ends. And I mean, I don't know, I don't want to speak for everybody else, but a lot of us have been there where, you know, you think you're going to be with a certain someone for a prolonged period of time, and then all of a sudden, you know, things just go left, and you're at the end of the relationship, you're out here wondering, like, where did it all go wrong? Like, I thought I was going to be with this person for the rest of my life. I thought that we were going to sort of make it to the end. And he talks about, you know, it all came crashing down. You were supposed to hold it down. I was supposed to be there in the end. And so sometimes you then start to wonder, like, is this something I did? Is this something you did? You know, you start to kind of go back in time and just play certain parts of that relationship, thinking to yourself, is that the part, or is that the time where things started to go wrong? Maybe you're overthinking it, maybe you're just, you know, thinking too hard or trying too hard, but sometimes stuff just happens, man. But like I said, man, it's nice to hear Brent talk from this perspective, man. And yeah, the track was solid, man. Track number 7 is called The World Is Yours. Whose world is this? The world is yours. Yo, listen, I had to get into my Nas Illmatic back there for a second. You know what I'm saying? But this is The World Is Yours. Let's go. Wow.
You can believe in me, girl. That's called trust. It's nothing you can have from me. It's yours. I'll write your name on every shore. Do it for you, my baby. Oh yeah, it's whatever I can. Forever is the only outcome. If I'm right or wrong, I'm gonna fix it. From the
Guys, let me just say this, yeah. That was one of the best produced tracks I have heard from Brent in his discography. Period. That was wow. Guys, that was next level. Everything about that record was just borderline perfect, man. Out of the playbook of the one and only Prince, I'ma say it. That was out of the Prince playbook. Brent, he did his damn thing on that one. You shout out to the producers as well. I know that he worked with quite a few known producers on this, including Chad Hugo from the Neptune. Shout out to Chad. And yo, that track here was something different. That was sort of like futuristic R&B, the sort of futuristic R&B that Brandy was known for the Full Moon album. Like, guys, that was absolutely perfect, man. Shout out to Brent for that record. This track number 8 is called 4 Seasons.
hardest to lie. Sometimes you're cold as the winter time. But no matter the weather, this was forever. I'm here 365. You say I'll never come to the city no more. What's the point of going uptown if you're never uptown and getting around? I can't even take it no more. You ain't saving up for me. Bringing up what I do, but you can't do what I do. 'Cause you ain't did what I did. Bought you new whips, bought you watches.
Come on.
You had one job, so what your job is?
Come on.
Stick to one, is that so harsh?
Woo!
You say I'll never come to the city no more. I can't even take it no more. Hardest to lie.
Woo!
Yeah, sometimes you're cold as the winter time.
Woo!
But no matter the weather, this was forever.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
here 365.
Come on.
You said you won't blame it on me. I won't blame it on you. I be in my feelings in the nighttime.
Yeah.
Start saying things that ain't true. I know I wasn't perfect, babe. I know I expected perfect, babe.
Four Seasons. I love what this record stands for from a conceptual point of view. Obviously trying to say that the person that is with is, can act sometimes like the the four seasons. Sometimes they can be hot, sometimes they can be cold, sometimes they can be, lukewarm, indifferent. But no matter what season that person's in, no matter what phase that person is in their life, I am still here. I still love them. I'm still gonna be here for you. You know what I'm saying? And also not just how that person is, but how relationships can be as well. Relationships can be very up and down. Relationships have times where they blossom, like the spring, summertime, and sometimes relationships can be like the winter when it's very cold and very icy and just you can't see a positive light at the end of the tunnel. But no matter what, right? No matter how the relationship is at this moment in time or how you are as a person in this moment in time, I still love you, man. And I think that's the message that Brent was trying to come with. And yeah, man, I really rate that, man, because it's real, it's real. No relationship is perfect. Every relationship goes through their ups and downs. So this was one of my favorites, I can't lie. This was one of my favorites. Track number 9 is called Pure Fantasy.
Open, babe, but you gotta trust me too. And when you walk the town, people always stop and stare. And I know when you come around, I'll take you everywhere. I want you in my world. And I think about the way you make me feel when we're alone. And I think about the way the shit get real when we get home.
Wow.
You're all I need. 'Cause it's pure fantasy.
Wow.
You dream about us.
Guys, that was Pure Fantasy, man. And honestly, Brent has really pushed himself vocally on this album, man. He's really, really pushed himself. Like, again, I don't want to say that he's come outside of his comfort zone, but he's definitely said to himself that he needs to sort of push his pen, push his vocals, and he's certainly doing that, man. Like, yo, these records are, they're sounding really good. Like, it's sounding like Brent has found a happy medium between the sound that obviously he was doing before and this sort of new experimental sound. It seems like there's a healthy balance, a healthy compromise, man. And Brent is just really skating on these records like it's nothing, bro. Like, yeah, Brent, you may have unlocked something here, I can't lie. Track number 10 is the last track of the album and it's called Vanilla Sky. Let's see if Brent can finish this album off with a bang. Let's go.
What is happiness to you? Does it shine bright and feel nice? Is it short term or for life? What's happiness for you? Can you drive it? Does it drive you? Is it something to gain or does it cost you? Is it you in love? Or you all alone? You dead and gone? Or is it all the same to you? Wanna love of the game? Yeah. But what if I do it for you? Whatever find you will sure do. Your fortune will guide you. What is happiness to you? Does it shine bright and feel nice? Is it short term or for life? What's happiness for you? Can you drive it? Does it drive you? Is it something to gain or does it cost you? Is this a safe space for me to leave with honesty? To show this part of me nobody sees. Is this a safe space for me to leave with honesty? To show
That was Vanilla Sky. That was the last track of the album, man. Honestly, what a way to kind of end this album, man. It's quite interesting to hear Brent, say. I think obviously there was a few parts that caught my eye, and this part in particular is this a safe space for me to lead with honesty, to show this part of me. And this is what I was saying. I think this is definitely a new side of Brent that we haven't seen before. A side of Brent that is happy to be vulnerable, that is happy to talk about love, man, and to also express his love for the person that he's with, that because he's in a space where he's let love come in, and it's a very healthy space that he's in right now, and it seems that way just from the music. So obviously that was Brent's Icon, and let me just say this was a very mature and grown up album from Brent. Mature just in terms of the sound, the instrumental, the lyrics, Brent's vocals. Like, this is a very grown up album, and I love to see when artists show some growth, show some maturity in their music. And I already know for a fact that with some of Brent's core fans, this album may not run because they are so used to hearing Toxic Brent, and that's what they love. That's what they have come to know this man for. And listen, we all fell in love with Toxic Brent, That's the reason why, you know what I'm saying, he's one of the most sought after R&B artists. But we have to allow artists to grow, and I feel like with some of his core listeners, they might look at this album or listen to this album and be like, yo, this album is trash, or this album, like, what is this, Brent? What are you doing? We want you to do what you've always done. But again, I caveat that to say this is maturity. We have to allow artists to mature, man. And Brent honestly really killed this album vocally. Maybe one or two tracks sounded a bit, not filler, but one or two tracks maybe were quite similar to one another, so maybe one could have been left off. But at the same time, that's probably me clutching at straws, because this was a very well produced, very cohesive album. An album, like I said, just full of a lot of growth and maturity, full of a lot of different influences. Obviously, you can say that this album had a bit of everything, a bit of contemporary R&B, alternative R&B, smooth soul, synth pop, had a bit of everything. Just off of first listen, I need to listen to it again. I really like this side of Brent, and I liked what I heard off of this album. And this is definitely an album that I'm going to be playing again. I feel like this album will age well as well. And I feel like this album could be a sleeper, could be one where it shocks a lot of people, especially his core fan base. But over time, when people hear it, they're like, you know what, this album actually is very good. It might be one of those ones where it sleeps on a lot of people, and then people will wake up at some point in time, man. But for me, this was a good album. So shout out to Brent for this. Shout out to my nigga Raphael Sadiq. Shout out to every producer that worked on this album. And guys, obviously, let me know what you thought about this in the comment section below. Let me know if you liked it, if you didn't like it. What were your favorite tracks? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, just obviously interact with me. But guys, obviously, you have a lovely day. I'll be back again real soon. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, man, peace. I'm out. Love.